Good day, as you know, I am Kaylin. In today's video, I'm going to give you an overview of Veculim. You might be an old VRM user that has just switched over to Veculim, or then you are simply brand new to Veculim and you just need to know a little bit of what's going on there. There's a few things that are in the screens that I'll just explain to you what they are. That you would generally find in most of the screens then. So the first thing that you would generally want to do in Veculim is to create a quotation. So if you move on over to your work menu, you will see that you've got then the quotations icon. There is a video for this on how to create a quotation, how to guide you through inserting a new one there. You can then pop on over and just watch that then. You've also got the import order text. Again, there is a video for this to explain and guide you through that. And then you've got then your job. So once you've actually created your quote, finalized your quote, and booked this car in, you need to obviously create this job card, which you can obviously then, edit any information if there's extra parts that you need or savings or higher landing prices that you need to add there. You can do that and then complete that job. Once the job has been completed, the next step that you would do then is move on over to your accounting menu. Here you will be able to invoice that job card and obviously then send that, either print that invoice or send that invoice onto the client then for payment. Depending on the size of your company or the level of Veculim that you are on, you will have certain features available to you or not. The light ones is pretty basic, so there's not all these funny features. I've got the professional level here, which has enabled pretty much all the functions that there is there. So you've got then, in professional, you've got all the other, purchasing and all that stuff there. So I'm going to show you the pretty basics. So you've created your quotation, you've created your job card, work is done, you now need to invoice that, and the client pays and everybody is happy. If only everything in life was that easy, hey? So yeah, that's the crux of the program then. Obviously a whole lot of extra things which you can just pop on over to those videos and watch there. The other things that you generally tend to find in the windows, I'm going to use the quotes window as an example. You'll see there's a whole lot of color coding in this window. Wherever you see this little paint palette here, if you click on that, it'll give you then what each color means. So in this case, if we look at the orange one, it indicates that the quote has been finalized and is locked. Anything that is gray indicates that the quote has been completed. There's a job card for it and the job card's been either cancelled or it's there or whatever. Okay, so you've got your different legends there, your different meanings for each color there. That you will generally find on all the screens that do have any color coding then. The other thing that you'll see, you can either then type in your customer name. So if we start to type in, let's see if hopefully there is a client that we can, let's just do this. As I'm typing, it comes up. So there I see, okay, Bright Idea Projects is what I want to select. And you'll see then all the quotes. In this case, we're in the quote screen, so you'll see all the quotes for that customer. Anywhere you see a little X button next to the names is a clear button. So immediately that'll clear everything and show all your entries again. You can also go and use the search, the little lookup button, the magnifying glass, the search, whatever you want to call that there. If you click on that, it'll display then your entire list of customers, where you can obviously just go and select then a certain customer then that you want to view for whatever. Okay, so that's then your little lookup buttons. You'll see everywhere these lookup buttons are there. So it's pretty simple and easy. Either you type it in or you can do that search there. Obviously, wherever you see any of these, you'll see in the corner is little dots there. If you see, you can resize those screens. So if you see those dots, that is what those ones mean. The other thing that you'll also see, I'm going to use the customers screen. So I'm going to move on over there. You'll see in this first column there is a little red, looks like a little man that's sleeping in a bed. Basically, if you look at the bottom, what this means, it says view or hide dormant records. So in this case, you are actually seeing them. If I tick that again, you won't see those records anymore. If I'm not mistaken, it is if this client, or in this case customer, hasn't been used for 120 days or longer, it'll just make that customer dormant. Doesn't mean you can't use it anymore, because you can simply then just unhide it again and you'll be able to edit that information there. So those are the basics, I think, of Veculim, in terms of things that are standard throughout the Windows. The other thing that you can also do, in most of the screens where you see headings like this, you can change the sort order of those windows. So if you want to see if it's possible to do that, simply click on that that heading, and you will see that it will now sort all the customers by company name. And then the same thing with the customer, you can do that, and you can just check which ones. You'll obviously see there's a plus sign, so it's either then from, let's say, A to Z or Z to A, whichever you want to do that. If you need to remove any sort order, you hold your shift key in on the keyboard, click that heading again, and the sort order will then be removed. You can also sort by two or more columns if you want to do that. So let's say we want to sort by the company name first and then by the customer name. If I now hold the control key in and click on the customer, you'll see that it's now sorting by company first and then by customer name then. Once again, to remove that, simply hold your shift key, click on the columns, and that will remove that sort order there. So yes, that's a quick overview. You can watch each video on the individual subjects and that, like how to add customers and assessors and brokers. And as we move along, we're going to be creating videos for each of these items on how to do that. So yes, please pop on over to our docs.veculim.com website and take a look at the other videos. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.